Hello everyone and welcome once again to another edition of FPW News Update. I am Jenny Balaganoush. First off, I want to get something off of my chest, but on my chest I have a poppy. What does that mean to you all? This is Remembrance Day weekend. It happens to be the long weekend. Yes! But seriously, folks, this is to pay tribute to all the soldiers that have fought and died for our country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to brass tacks. This Sunday night is indeed Supercard 15. It is our going home show, if you will, for FPW for 2016. A lot has happened this year, fans. A lot! I mean, let's just go over some of the facts and the figures, if you will. First things first, the FPW Gauntlet for the Gold was introduced in February 2016. We also had a brand new superstar in Kenan Jackson Jr. By far, to this date, is still one of those stars that should already be the champion of the universe. We had a very tremendous cat fight event in January to kick things off with the ladies of wrestling. Also, there was a girl that I had dated last summer, 2015. She came into FPW as disastrous. She eventually led a team called the Army of Darkness. No, it's a rip completely off of the Evil Dead series, but she was a huge fan of it. In the end, Killer Kyle won the war as being a member of the Ship Disturbers. Killer Kyle had abandoned the Army of Darkness. She abandoned Disastrous. Look at her now. Killer Kyle portrays Disastrous. Look at her clothes. Speaks for itself. What else happened in 2016? The THQ Arena had changed locations. I'm sure you're all aware of your surroundings when you're watching even these broadcasts of the news updates, of course, as well as the monthly pay-per-view events. And I can speak to one person right now watching this, wherever he may be at this very moment. Tradal. Yeah, there's an echo in the place. So be it. What kind of name is Tradal, anyways? Hey, Tradal! How you doing, Tradal? We had an amazing promo shoot from the Russian Enforcer, Kami, if you will, a former member of the Lethal Enforcers. The last time we saw Russian Enforcer was well over 14 years, and he made quite the impression on attacking Tom Sever, American Pride's only warrior, Tom Sever. Now, why did this storyline even happen to begin with, you might ask yourselves? Simple. Because of Donald Trump's election. That's not even true. That's a complete lie. No, ladies and gentlemen, what the truth is that the battle between Russia and the US still continues to this very day. But, I mean, it was a great warfare between Tom Sever and the Russian Enforcer. They each had a fall of peace. They both made incredible matches at Beach Blast, Obliteration, and Death Row. By far, the most exciting work I have ever seen from those two superstars. And for the record, the Russian Enforcer is gone. He has severed his ties from the No Mercy Hardcore Wrestling brand. He has severed the ties of Fantasy Pro Wrestling, which means no contract in the future. The individual who is replacing that spot is none other than the man they call Stinger. We've had a new class coming in, a bright ensemble of superstars pitting Elizabeth, Christina Calloway, Colin Berry, Kibwe Sariba, Little Mac of Punch-Out, Buzz Burnov, the first boss battle of Double Dragon 2, And we had a crazy looking rendition of Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but that's Freak Show. Now that we have reached nearing the end of the year, I gotta say that Supercard 15 is going to be one hell of an event. Soup and Sandwich defending the FPW Tornado Tag Team Championships against the Prep Boys once again, but this time there are no tables, ladders, and chairs. Instead, we have no disqualifications, no countouts, no rope breaks, and no time limit. We must have a winner. Now, that's going to be a pretty amazing match, fans. And I know that both Decay Wyatt and Berto Sanchez are looking on. God knows what they've got in store for Vicious Jeremy and Cactus Jen. But we also have the reunion of King Cairo and Sabine Nabarda, the Supreme Team. Before we go off on that kind of contest, I gotta say that it has been the most unique and the most incredible feud, or storyline feud, whatever you want to call it, between King Cairo and Sabine Nabarda. These two debuted in the year 2000 as Vicious Jeremy's minions. Sabine wasn't supposed to be taken lightly. King Cairo was just a complete fucking wrecking machine. But at the end of the day, what did we see? We saw two superstars kicking ass. Two superstars that have won the Tornado Tag Team Championship titles on numerous occasions. These guys are legends, living legends in fantasy pro wrestling, and back once again. They get to meet against the Black Wrestling League, one of the oldest wrestling factions of fantasy pro wrestling to date. Blacketeer and Pumpkin Escobar. This will be a no disqualifications match as well, but most likely this match is billed as a tag team warfare. So it's going to be a hardcore tag team match, and it's going to be bloody, and it's going to be scattered around everywhere. It's going to be an amazing contest. I'm looking forward to that matchup. And this just in, Eliza Beth is now the #1 contender for the Women's Championship against Wendy Savage, the current reigning defending champion of Fantasy Pro Wrestling's women division. Eliza Beth had a great start to her career by winning the Gauntlet for the Gold. She was the graduate student, and technically, when you win the new class graduation ceremony, or when you're a part of that and you win that miniature tournament, you go off to your own respective championship title. But now she earns it even 10 times more by competing against past champions. Gina Carano, Jivin Jen McCarthy, Killer Kyle. A controversial circumstance, and I'll give you all fans a little bit of a tidbit before we go off the air here. What happened at the very tail end of that contest was that Jivin Jen McCarthy had Killer Kyle in a submission, on a sleeper hold, if you will. The very instant that Eliza Beth struck Jivin Jen McCarthy in the face with her roundhouse kick, referee calls for the bell. Killer Kyle was still standing up. She was woozy, but she did not forfeit. Not at all. And during the commercial break, which we only had several seconds, technically, before we can even start, the championship committee have decided that we had to restart the match completely with Jivin Jen McCarthy and Eliza Beth. Why didn't the other superstars compete? What about Gina Carano? Doesn't she deserve a shot? Doesn't Gina Carano deserve any kind of chance? Shouldn't the whole match restart on its own? Fuck it. There's no time. I mean, once you're doing a TV show, you're being clocked. If it's a pay-per-view event or a specific kind of stipulation, then you know what? Match ends, match ends. That's all there is to it. But when we had the match restarted, the clock began at 10 minutes, and should the clock run out, should the match end up as a draw game, Jivan Jan McCarthy retains her spot. She secures her spot 100%. It sounds pretty fair. Championship committee decides a 10-minute match. Eliza Beth, with little to no experience, versus Jivan Jan McCarthy, a juggernaut of a woman who was undefeated for months. The odds are pretty stacked right now for Eliza, and yet, somehow, some way, Eliza comes out of the darkness. Eliza is definitely one of the best new divas in the business, and I am damn looking forward to seeing her and Wendy Savage literally tear off the roof. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's all I got to say right now for this news update. We have a lot more to talk about. We cannot go on and on forever. We're under the clock, ladies and gentlemen, and I gotta go. Alright, I gotta go. So please, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for Supercard 15. It's coming to you live from the fabulous THQ Arena. Brandon the Wolfman Wolf defending the Universal Championship against Chris Galloway. We've got the Gauntlet for the Gold. We've got the Cruiserweight Triple Threat match. The FPW Women's Tag Team Champion on the line. Tag Team Warfare. Tag Team Championships. We have a lot of action, ladies and gentlemen, so please check out Supercard 15 coming to you live on Sunday, November 13th in the THQ Arena. And you know what? You might as well grab a chair or wherever you're sitting in, because you might just hear the earth shake.